Alrighty, guys. So we are back in the video. We're just going to continue our backtest, part 2. So we're looking at the 4-hour very bullish, hourly very bullish, 20-minute. Okay, so this is one of those situations where it's... There we go. I was like, this is looking very good. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for hourly money to come in. 4-hour good, hourly is okay. Hourly is actually very weak and range bound. So this is one of the moments where I'll look at a range bound market condition and just say no. So what I'll do is jump down to the 20-minute and see if any of these news events kind of causes some sort of reaction with price. And there we go. We get something. So 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So 5-minute long right over this high. ATR low is going to be 4.0. Cool. Then just kind of plop that on there. We'll do 0.8% risk, and then as we start to scale up, we can increase it. Okay, don't get tapped in yet. I'm keeping an eye out on the ETR to see if it drops to make any adjustments. Okay, we take a loss. Cool. Gonna wait for some sort of new validation, and it just falls off. So that entire day, you just took one loss. 4-hour is looking a little weak. I'm gonna wait for that hourly money to start coming in. And once again, just falls off. Another day of not doing anything. Okay, so what time is this? Okay, so now I'm gonna remember what I told you. Now I'm gonna follow the other bias. So we have like this story, kind of anticipating this to stop somewhere here and then continue higher. But in the moment, I can kind of scalp my sells out of here. So if anything, let's go see where this is at. Coming in at 7 in the morning. This is an okay sell. I would take a sell over this high, but I would just take one loss here and then I'm done for the day. So I would do something like a 2.2 stop and then see if we get anything. Okay, break even. Break even was after this low got broken. So this high, I guess we could call it, because it's showing that a lot of selling came in before buying, and that is rationalizing the idea that if price were to come below this point, it's no longer to support the move, but rather to break it down. So, okay, and there you go. Second trade. Okay, so now I'm looking at a 1 to 3 somewhere for management. This is like a 1 to 3.77. So I'll wait for one more candle close and then manage to that low, 70%. Okay, still not yet. 1 to 3. I'll manage 70%. There we go. So we do get hit. Take off 70, and then we're gonna let the 20-minute run if it wants to. Otherwise, the rest is at break even. Cool. And we take a break even on the rest. Go to the next day. Although I probably missed another entry there, but that's okay. Yeah, I missed one good entry. That's okay. So 4-hour, still holding that bearishness, hourly as well, 20-minute as well. And lo and behold, we have another entry right over this high. Kind of like we had today on gold. That was a really clean entry. So valid entry here as well. But, you know, this one, I guess we saw it. So we're going to look to take a sell here at a 1.8. Do you have any questions, by the way? I know this is just kinda...
I had like a question with the 20-minute. So you said that you saw the entry. So how many candles do you look at like after the move starts to be valid to take the entry?
Generally, I
In
keep
this
it
case,
within 1 to 2.
1 to 2, yeah. Because that's what you usually do.
Yeah, this is like the strength that came into this. So I still consider this like one big move.
Yeah.
Like if you
Because
jumped
I'll
off...
probably take the one below.
Yeah. So it depends on what you're trading. Like if you jump up to an hourly, of course, it's just going to be one candle, but jump to a 30-minute, it's one candle, right? Instead of two. Versus 20-minute, it's 2. So you can rationalize it many different ways, which can screw you over too if you do it wrong. So we get tapped in. This is probably going to be a moment where I want to break even right away because of the size of the candle. let's suppose we had a candle this size again. I'll kind of draw it out from high to low. That's this candle right here. If we were to have another candle like that, that would mean a push like this, or with some sort of standard deviation away, it'd be like even lower. So that means that we wouldn't have any wiggle room to be able to break even, right? It would take us out right away if we even had a candle slightly larger. So I'd rather take that risk off the table and just say, okay, break even now. I'm not willing to take the risk for one candle like this to form and take everything out. Instead, I'd just rather get taken out at break even and then get another entry. You see? Exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
So that just saved me another loss. It's all these little rules. Okay? Now we're going to get a new re-entry. There we go. Looking at the 4 hour again. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good, 5 minute good. 20 minute is a little volatile as well as the 5 minute, but that is a variable that I tested a lot and proved to kind of take away from my edge a little too much. So I rather just take it off 3.1 and then deal with it. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. So I'm probably going to take a loss here just looking at this market condition if I don't get tapped in. Once again, look at the size of these candles. 2 of those candles and I'm taken out. So I'm going to wait. Actually, no, I'm going to wait on this one. I do like this because if the next candle pushes up even higher or comes down and then pushes up, that's going to be very good for us. One more strength. Come on. I know you got it. There we go. Move to break even. And then I'm okay taking a break even go now. There we go. And now that I took a break even, that's telling me that because we broke these lows, likely it's going to continue further down to take me out. And there you go.
Yeah.
So nothing else set up. So now I'm just going to go to the next day. 4 hour, we're starting to get a little bit of back and forth. So if anything, I'll jump down to the hourly and see what happens here. Okay, nothing for that day. Go to the next day. Once again, nothing again for that day. I think this red news is going to have a big impact. So we'll let the red news play out here. It's in 2 hours, so we got time. Let's analyze this market. We're still a little low in the range. I could see this candle actually falling back down on the next 4 hour candle. Because we do have red news though, it might just like spike up. And I'd love to see that. So I'm going to give this market time. But this red news hopefully will spike us up very high. There we go. Getting that nice move. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. We missed a couple entries here, but it was red news, so that's okay. Hopefully now sideways and then build up right away. Okay, fell back down. Cool. Nothing to do here. What time is it? Okay, so next day. Awesome. And we're still on this bearish narrative. So notice how long term, I want to see this, but short term, I'm okay accepting the fact that we're in this small micro trend. So if you studied Elliott wave theory, and then for the continuation higher up. So fractal nature of the market. And I'm okay with that. I've become flexible enough to say, okay, cool. It's not doing what I want to. And I'm just going to follow it. So like here, an hour away, this would have been a phenomenal entry if there weren't red news. Red news is probably going to mess it up pretty bad. There you go. So red news would have taken you out there. Okay, getting a nice entry here. Let's go look at the 4 hour. Clean. Hourly is a little choppy, but I do see potential there. 20 minute, very clean, right over this high. Notice the difference in clarity candles here. Very nasty candle, like all these are nasty, 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 horrible, like very wicky. And then look at this one. Very nice, blocky, shows a lot of money coming in. Same as this one, the one I had commented on before. So let's go see what happens here. I'll take it. Not my favorite kind of entry, but I still take these. It's going to be a 3.7 ATR stop. Okay. See what happens. And we get taken out right away. Cool. Now we wait for another 20-minute entry. 940, that's a nice one. Break even. I was looking at this one right here. Yep. Unfortunately. Okay. What time is it? 11:20. Generally, I don't like taking trades too late, but this one isn't looking too bad. I don't take trades past 12, so I think this is an okay entry. And I only take 2 losses a day, like I commented, so Keeps it very simple. I'll take my second loss today, and then we'll move on. Cool. Hopefully I don't get tapped in. Awesome. Okay. Next day. Like, this is how boring all this is.
Yeah.
Gonna wait for hourly money to come in. Just kind of falls off, not touching this market this day. Okay. Perfect. This is what I wanted to see. The red news that we had earlier, I wanted to see this jump, but like that. We did end up getting it, but all the way down here. So now we're finally going to continue this trend, and then I'll set my target up here so we can keep track of it. And then cool, let's get onto it. Coming in on the next day, is that right? Yeah, cool. So now we're gonna wait for the 20-minute to close this candle. Nothing there, nothing there. And nothing on that day. So go to the next. Still nothing, gonna wait for hourly, there we go. Hourly strength came in, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Now we're just gonna wait for a sideways and then a entry. And then probably gonna fall off again. There we go, yeah. This is your only entry. This wasn't a valid entry because of the weakness up top. Clearly this wasn't either. Yeah, this is like your only. Now I'm gonna replay it because I do want to look at the 4 hour and the hourly at the time that this happened, just to make sure it is valid. 4 hour strength, very nice. Hourly strength, very nice. If I highlight the low and the high, I want to see how many candles were into this hourly candle on the 20. 2. So we're halfway done with the hourly candle printed. So that sounds semi-reasonable. Hourly. I'm not going to take it, just to be just. Like, I didn't see it at the time, but it is a nice entry. So I'll just skip it. Oh, there you go. Here's another entry. So
Yeah.
we'll wait for this one to close. And then now we're almost done with the hourly candle. You see that? So we just have another 20-minute candle remaining from this low to this high. 2, 4. No, this was actually the completion of the hourly candle. 2 for 6. Yeah. So this candle, hourly candle, just completed. So now you do have a valid entry. I'm going to take it because I actually do like this one, and I've taken very similar ones, which is going to be 3.4. Cool. Probably going to take a loss, to be honest, but that's okay. Generally, when we have giant movers like that, I do like to break even immediately because look at the size of this candle. Even if we get half of the size of this candle back down, it's an immediate loss. So I'm okay with that. Hopefully it
You
is.
also manage differently if there's like big bursts of candles.
Yes, I do. Because look at the size of this thing. Look at, so first of all, number one, I shouldn't have gotten taken out. On FX replay, I just put it slightly above. And it's because the layers overlap and it won't let me adjust afterwards. So no, but let me go back here and I'm going to retake it and not move my stop loss or move it to below there because technically I should still be in that. Okay. So look at my ATR, it's 3.4 and my stop ATR is 3.4. Now the moment we get entered, ATR is now 5.6, right? I'd need a larger stop loss to support whatever the hell just happened in the market, right? And I don't want to have to deal with that. So simply, I'd rather take risk off the table and say, look, if it comes back down, I'll take the loss. I'll take the break even. Because if it does end up coming back down, it's going to be a loss inevitably. Like even if half ATR came back down right now, it's game over. You lost the trade. So there we go, break even now. And then we're just simply going to close at 2 p.m. because there's no management here. Okay, 2 p.m. rolls around and we're off. Probably made like 1 RR, 1.5 out of that. Okay, very simple. 4 hour next day. We are coming towards this target that we had up here, so that's very good to see. And now we're just going to wait for the 20-minute money to come in. Okay, cool. And we get it. 4 hour good, hourly good. 20-minute strength is pretty good. Back in my old system, by the way, if you watch my older videos, I had a rule where I wouldn't take the first strength candle out of a ranging
Yeah.
market. I've actually removed that rule because these candles love to run. Like when you get a runner from these candles, they just go, go, go. And I'm willing to offset that with the multiple losses I'll take back to back on these. It's just
And what about this other rule which you also had with this first entry after like big just there was like a big mover on the market, then it like basically made I don't know, a flush, and then it basically made the first setup, and you were saying that it wasn't valid to take the first one. Basically it resulted in like more losses than wins from your testing. Do you still do that, or you take those entries?
So like, give me an
Yeah.
example. So you said a big candle. Here, I'll draw it out. Big candle.
Just imagine like a big push, like in price, and the price just flushes and to the maze, back to the maze, and then just creates a setup. Like
So like here, we have a big push, and then the next candle pushes back down.
yeah. But it's like more when the market is like really, really like going crazy, you know. That's that's where I saw you were explaining this rule, like mostly.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't.
Because I'm
Now
like a little bit confused all the time
I've
about that. Because
I've filtered down the system so much to a point where if there's any level of confusion, I simply don't take it.
okay.
And so if you ever get to a point in your trading journey where you're like, dude, I'm backtesting this market and it's not making any sense, just skip a month and you'll see what I mean. There are times when I look at a market and I'm like, I'm going to run as fast as possible from this thing. Like, no matter where I click on this list, I'm going to get something. Like, we'll go with this. Actually, this isn't that bad. I know what's going on there. This, where I'm just like, oh, what's going on here, right? Like, it hurts my brain to look at this. I could not. Now, if we got a massive move, something like that on the 4-hour, then yeah. But like this, I would have traded. And then we get into this, and I'm like, nope, I'm simply going to look away. Now, look at the commonalities between all the assets I've been looking at recently. Boom. 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 There's not a single range-bound market here. This one was questionable. And the only reason I really looked at it was because of this strong move here. I didn't take any of trades on that today. And then this one's a lot more specific. Like this is one of those like not very good examples, but yeah, I was looking at this move right here. So cool. But yeah, if you see it pop up, ask me about it because I'll know. So 2.7 ATR stop. Cool. Move it up a little bit. Gonna do one quick final look at it. Yeah, I could see this failing per usual, but get tapped in. Waiting for one strong move over this high. The moment we break that high and close, then it's a break even. There we go. Break even trade for me. And we take a break even. Red news in 1 hour and 40, so technically it's still valid. Yeah. I'm gonna play the open of the next candle. Actually, no, that hadn't even closed. Okay. Next day. Beautiful, we hit our target. Hourly is a little weak, so I'm gonna give this market time. I wanna see it sideways now. Cool. I've been doing a lot of testing on these, and sometimes they just run like crazy, but other times it's just a waste of money. So I don't trade these. That's why I like to see a full body. Cool, nothing to trade here. 4-hour good, we can delete this now. So I'm gonna wait for hourly money to come in. Oh, that was quick. Okay, so if we look at this, this was the red news candle. I always wait 40 minutes until entry. So on this candle, this next candle, I'm good to trade, place trade. And if you look at this as well, I do like to see a lot more strength on the higher end of things. This is a half decent entry. I don't like how big the wick is, but the size of the body outdoes it. So still a valid entry under my books, but looking at this choppiness will probably be a loss. 5.9. Something like that. Yeah, cool. So hopefully the 20-minute.
And what basically makes you cancel the trade? What needs to happen
If it
for
moves
that?
too far, like a reasonable distance away, like generally my setups are set up within a range, and the moment we kind of move too far away from that range, like down to here, I just click cancel.
Okay.
Okay, this isn't looking too bad. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Look at the strength in this candle. Look at how full it is at the high of the range. It's one of those questionable entries, but I still take them. Cool, take a loss. Hopefully we get a new re-entry here. And it just falls off. Probably not going to be a touchable market for the rest of the day. Yeah. So we'll just skip till 4 a.m. There we go. Cool. Now we're following another micro trend downward. I'm waiting for a good market condition here. And then if we look at the 4-hour, you're starting to see this turn into a lot more of this. Like it's just kind of chopped right now, up, down, up, down, up, down. So I'm going to give this market some time. There we go. I do like to see the insane bearishness that came into that market condition. So now on the 20-minute, look, this is the one candle I was telling you about. Sometimes they just run. Like I'm sure this market might want to run now. And other times they just stop you out like crazy. So, dang it, we haven't gotten a good trade yet. Okay. What time is it? 12. Waiting until 4 in the morning. There we go. So actually, this is a perfect example of what I was looking at on, I think it was like platinum or something. Yeah, platinum. Yeah, this is the exact scenario. You see that? One strength candle on the 4-hour, buying everything up. And then if we go back here, strength candle, buying everything up. Like this is a crazy good example of this. So this is when I'd start looking at the market again, looking at the 20-minute. What time is it? 10? Yeah, nothing here. Too late. I'll wait for the 4-hour. 4-hour is looking a lot better. Hourly as well. So 20-minute, I'm going to wait for strength. Coming a little bit in. I could see a little more. Okay, cool. Looking at the 4-hour. 4-hour is good. Hourly is good. 20-minute is good. So 5-minute long over this high at 2.9 R. Or stop. Probably going to take a loss here. Nothing new. Cool. We'll see if we get another re-entry here. Cool. So there you go. Not here. Not here. This is what they should look like. Nothing. I took a loss here, right? I think so.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Why specifically wasn't that like there wasn't enough strength in that candle or
Which
the
one?
last one which didn't took
Right here?
yeah, the second, yeah, this candle.
Too close to market close.
Oh, okay.
On a Friday. So like kind of like today, you know how I closed at 10?
Yeah.
Kind of the same situation. If we throw on volume here, I'll show you. I think I have a video on this. You can just see the volume at this point. It's like the last node at 11-ish on every market that closes at around that time. And then it just dies off. So I'd rather secure whatever profits or not get entered again. And so that's what my indicator kind of takes charge of. That's why it changes colors. It's telling you if it's worth going in. And so if I just look at the time and date, I'm like, yeah, I probably wouldn't enter during that time. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. So this is probably Monday, yeah. Okay, time is at 6. We got the 4 hour, 4 hours clean, hourly's clean, 20 minutes, 20 minute, yeah. So I'll take a buy stop right over these highs. ATR low, probably gonna be like, what, 1.3? That's a tight stop loss, but I'm willing to take risk on it. I love to see these candles though. Like when they're in confluence with these two, these are like the power candles, you know? If they don't tap you out. Cool. Nothing yet. There's an entry. No, not here. Potentially there. I'm gonna jump down to see if it was a break even. How far did that run? On the 20, so right here. Yeah, that'd definitely be a break even. One ATR was what, 3? Well, so one thing I do in my testing, I don't know if you've seen all the videos. I'll introduce random variation, like data variation. And so what I'll do is randomly throw losses into there.
Yeah.
Because it introduces like, you can do that after the fact. But I just do it halfway through FX replay. 820. Let's go see here. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. Once again, missed an entry. I just played it a little fast, but we'll actually throw that one in there. The hardest thing with backtesting is not lying to yourself. Like if you would have taken it on the live market, if you can see this right now and say, yeah, this is actually some I would have taken. So in that case, no, I wouldn't have taken it. So we'll just skip to the next day. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. Gonna wait for a little bit of that sideways. Red news, so not touching. 620, 720, so an hour has gone by. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. So I'll take a long over this high at a 4.3 stop. Cool. Probably a beautiful loss here. Another setting up, hopefully. And we're done for the day. So notice how I just took like a whole week of losses, I think, and break evens. 4 hour good, hourly good. What day is it? Yeah, it's been a while. So you just kind of get used to seeing this market variation play out. Okay, we're just gonna go to the next day. Yep, 4 in the morning. So now, once again, my overall analysis was this. Somewhere up here was the target, but now we're gonna chop around a little bit. So what I wanna see is this short-term trend that I'm gonna become a part of. So I'll do something like this. And then the continuation build up. However, this, if we jump up to daily, is probably gonna start looking more like distribution as time goes on, or like an 8 hour. The moment we start breaking down a little bit, that's when I'll like completely change my bias. But as of right now, I think this is an okay bias to follow. Once again, an entire day went by and didn't touch the market. Okay, our initial bias is now in line again. We're heading back up. So cool. I tried to get edge out of the market and it didn't work out, and that's okay. Okay, red news just played out, coming in at 9 in the morning. Depending on how you trade, there's definitely entries in here. Not for me though. It's just, I just let this market kind of go. Skip to the next day. 4 hour good, hourly, gonna wait for money to come in, and then I can take my longs. Cool, and cool. And there you go. Kind of, probably a break even. Too much chop in there at 9 in the morning, so we'll go in there and place an order. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute is good, 5 minute long with a 3.2 ATR. There we go. Yeah, so we'll probably take, I don't know if that would stop me out. Yep. 20 minute, wait for a new setup, kind of sideways. Too weak of a market and too late. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Dang it, I don't want to take all losses this round. Okay, setting up something. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yeah, I'll take a long over that high. I know it is a little bit choppy, but my testing has proven that 3.6, that these are actually some pretty nice ones as well. And if you notice, once again, we kind of left the range I was looking to take, so now I'm out. What's the next day? Actually, no, we still got time. So jump back up to 20 and look for a new entry. And it just kind of falls off, not touching. 4 hours kind of going sideways now, waiting for the hourly money to come in. Okay, it does come in, but it's at the end of the day, so nothing to touch here. Gonna wait for the 4 hour to either push up very hard or start falling off, and then I'll follow that. There we go. 4 hours starts falling off. Hourly good, 20-minute good. This is your only entry, but there is red news here, so can't take it. Coming in at the end of the day, nothing. Jump to the next day. 4 hour is starting to shape back up. We do have red news though, so I'm gonna let that play out. Good. And then getting kind of wicky, so probably not touching too much here. End of day, so skipping. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So notice this. In the small push down here, we were looking for sells. We didn't catch anything. And the moment we break back up, it's like, okay, now we're continuing this higher time frame narrative. And I'm okay. Like I just swap. Cool. So 20-minute, nice long over this high. 1.88 TR. Cool. Okay, so call has been stopped here, so I'll hop on another call with him. Alrighty, so we didn't have much luck with this last kind of session, so hopefully now we start getting some good winners. So looking at the 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long, yeah, 20-minute good. So we were looking at this long right here, 1.8, and I think that's where we left off. Let's see. Still valid. And take another loss. Isn't that amazing? So you're going to get to see like the bad side of it. More recently, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I went through one of these dry periods where it was just loss after loss after loss. But it's funny because one 10RR winner just made up for, 5 days worth of straight losses if we were to take 2 losses a day. So there's another and nothing happens, falls off. So I'm done for the day. Cool. Yeah, so this 4 hour, we're still in this chop. Now, if you're looking at like this zone right here, some sort of accumulation, and I want to see it build up. So I'm just going to give it a couple 4 hour candles. There we go. We start to see, you can see this almost as like the test or the spring, and then we fly off is kind of what I'm anticipating. Now, if you want, when I get very confused right here and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, up, down, left, right, I just jump up to the daily and it's like, okay, no, we're still part of this larger leg. We're just going through some short term, whatever. So I'm still kind of anticipating these longs to come through. So on the 4 hour, I'm just going to play it through. And there we go. We start seeing this money come through at 8 in the morning. So hourly good, 20-minute good. And then I'm good for longs again. I mean, I missed another entry here, but I don't like to cheat myself. It's like if I didn't see it at the time, technically I did skip forward, but like this would have made you like 4 RR or something. I don't know. So cancel, go to the next day. Once again, we're chopping again. Now, I'm starting to see this kind of curl down a little bit, and I do want to see this short-term delivery because when we have a market that's been sideways for a little bit, for example, if we go and take a peek at NVIDIA, is one I've been looking at recently. When we have a market that is sideways like this, and I start to see it kind of noticing to start to fall off a little bit, like right here. Well, this was a giant fall off. But in general, it falls off and there's clean delivery, right? Falls off, clean delivery. Falls off, clean delivery. Once again, falls off, clean delivery. Now, I don't trade stocks, but I still analyze them. When this starts to happen, if anything, I look at the daily and I just want to see this thing plummet. I just want to see it fall down. I want to see this come under the MAs, come to down here, and then build back up. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. And earnings coming up soon. I don't know how that's going to influence it or whatever, but I want to see something like this. When we start range bounding, especially on stocks, and we start failing below, likely it's just going to fall off. Likely it's just going to fall off. Likely I need to see this come down and then just fall off, right? Like on any stock, we start failing, falls down. And I did a lot of analysis on NVIDIA before. So like we're going, good, starts failing, just stop. It's not even worth it. Go, falls off. Again, we start building, starts to fall off, don't even touch. Stocks love to work like this, right? Doesn't completely fall off, builds back up, and then it just keeps going. But the moment we fall off, it goes into a pretty deep kind of situation there. And right now, that's kind of what's going on. It wants to fall off. It wants to fall off. And one of these days, it is, hopefully. Not that I want people to lose money, but for my analysis to be correct. So now let me make sure we're still recording here. Cool. So when I look at something like this, I want to see this fall off. So what I'll do, can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll kind of start looking for scalping sells here. Okay, nothing really happens. Oh, there we go. What time is it? 10 a.m.? Yep. So now I'm gonna take a peek at the 4 hour, see where we're at here. Good, hourly, good, 20, good, yeah. So we're looking at a 2.1 stop. Gonna wait for a break even, take a loss, cool. Gonna wait for a new buildup and nothing for the rest of the day. 4 hours starts building back up. So now I'm gonna wait for the 20-minute longs to come in, falls back down. Like this is the chop I don't like to see. There we go. Gonna wait till 8. Oh yeah. So market open, New York, 20-minute, gonna wait for a long here. And notice how it's just been loss after loss after loss. That's what discourages traders. They kind of freak out and they're like, dude, I've taken 10 losses in a row. This is absurd. Like, I can't do this anymore. And for me, it's like, oh, great. My system's actually working the way it should. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So now I'm just going to patiently wait, see if we get anything. A little weak, so I'm going to wait for more sideways. And then we might not get anything, yeah. Once again, hourly, I want to see some strength come in. Okay. Gonna wait till 4 in the morning again. And it falls off again. So clearly not something I want to be touching. So what I want to see right now is a giant 4 hour candle down. There we go. And we get it. So now I jump down to 20-minute, see if there's an entry. Red news coming up here. So nothing to do. Wait for sideways and down. And then maybe now soon. Nope, nothing. Go to the next day. And notice how, dude, I haven't touched this market since that time I took a loss somewhere up here. And it's been a good amount of time. 5 days? So now, yeah, I'm not touching this market. Perfect scenario I want to see right now is this. That's my only anticipation. This high is the target right now, or these highs. Extra confluence. So now, on the 4 hour, I just wait for the bullishness to come in. Oh, what just happened? Money came in. And it's on our 4 hour, hourly, so 20-minute. Gonna wait for whatever buildup. Cool, we get some strength. This was red news, so 40 minutes after would be on this candle. However, we do have red news in an hour and 20. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. I'll still take a long. Generally, I try to stay within 1 hour of red news. So it's still reasonable, 3.4. Cool. Yeah, this is probably going to be another loss, which I'm so okay with. Cool, falls off. So hopefully we get a new setup here after the red news. So let red news play out. Let it fall off. And then maybe now. It's a little late. But yeah. Just kind of skip. Wait for the 4 hour good, hourly. 4 hour good, hourly, 20 good. So now just kind of wait for a new baseline. And nothing. So next day. Cool. And we're just an infinite chop now. Look at this. No wonder we've just been taking losses. But it's still part of my edge.
You'll probably be looking like at other markets at this point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like right now, I have so many of these markets that look like this that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
And it's like cool, they're there. At some point, they'll go off for me, but not right now. Like I currently don't trade any of this on the live market because I know it's not a satisfiable condition for me to even want to touch. There we go. That's what I was anticipating all along. Cool. Now, the moment any live market does this right here, I am in it. I am looking because this is like the very start of the run. This is where you want to get in on.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to look like crazy for any sort of entry I can get. That's reasonable. But yeah, this market closed. So cool. Market just went without you and you didn't catch a single trade. Like imagine you waited 24 plus days. Yeah, 24 days for this move to come, and then it comes and you missed every single entry. Like, geez, man. That would drive people crazy. I was looking at this entry, but I didn't like it. There's something about it. This, in comparison to this, for example, like this candle size, in comparison to this, they're pretty relatable. And so if anything, I wanted to see more sideways and then a buildup again of stronger candles, but that just never happened. So I don't know if you picked up on that. Okay, we got red news coming up. Cool. Red news coming up in hour and 20, so still valid. Hourly good, 20-minute good. If you're crazy or, you know, not risk averse, this is also a very clean entry over this high. 2.6. Yeah. I'm going to replay to this one. And I want to see the 4 hour because, yeah, that's definitely a valid entry. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yeah. So look at this candle in specific. Size. Compare it. Any other candles come over that MA even remotely close to this far, right?
Yeah.
Like this was the only other similar candle, but it was before my session, so didn't even consider it. And I think we're still hour and 40 away from red news. But cool, get tapped in, move to a break even soon. This is one of those situations where it just moves so far that like these candle sizes, one big candle down or two even, and I'll take you out. So I'm okay understanding that. And then I'll show you what I do when it comes to red news. So still haven't managed anything, by the way. I'm still at break even. Still at break even. Still at break even, and hopefully take a break even here. So red news hits, and the only reason I haven't taken a break even or moved to any sort of management is we're up 4RR, and I'm okay with that. Knowing that if red news were to go against me, likely I'd take a break even or a -1 at worst case. So just let this play out. Coming in, probably take a break even. I'm okay with that. Okay, so we start to move a little higher. This is when I want to start to manage. Okay, so I'm going to manage 70% to this low. Cool. Get taken out there. And then I just managed the rest on the 20. Cool. I'm going to manage the remaining position to somewhere around here, just where it makes sense with structure. Okay, we get tapped out. And we're done for the day. 4 hour good, hourly good. No. There we go. Hourly good. So now 20-minute. Oh, so clean. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 good, 5-minute good. And back in the day, I don't know if you remember my old videos, but I'd take entries like these all the time. Like these or these. But if you take this entry and that entry, it also meant you took this one and this one and this one and this one. You can see how it eats up and this one. So very quickly, like I'd take this one as well. Stop out, stop out. I'd take all of them. And that's what kind of messed me up. So now I'm a lot more refined about what I look for. Cool. So we'll take our long here, 2.6 ATR. It's a giant stop loss. Okay, gonna jump back up to 20 and look for an invalidation. Coming in at 1040. 4 hours good, hourly is not good, so we're just gonna skip. Waiting for hourly money to come in. Hopefully I see a big giant candle up. Nope, not touching. Gonna wait till 4 in the morning. Still nothing, still nothing. Gonna wait till 4 in the morning. And there we go. So now I'm looking at this market again. Hourly, I wanna see it shape up just like that. 4 hour good, hourly good. So 20 minute, now I'm good for longs. This isn't looking too bad at all. 4 hour good, hourly good. Sorry, I'm just looking at this. So one more 20-minute candle and it's the completion of this hourly candle right here. So I'm okay with that. Knowing that, like understanding and taking that risk. So I'm gonna take a 2.6 ATR stop. This is tight, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. 0.8, and it doesn't want to put it on for me. Great. So give me a second. And it looks like we lost connection. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey.
Okay, my Zoom just quit for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still on? I was looking at taking this entry. It seems like my Wi-Fi went out, so I'll just re-enter the trade. Cool. Yep. So long right over here. I think it was 2.6. Something like that. Set up my buy stop. Probably take a loss here. Nothing new. Lo and behold, we get a nice little runner. Move to break even on this push right here. We had this fractal push down below the lows, and then we broke back up above it, and I like to see that. So cool. Still at break even, nothing to do, nothing to do. And probably take a break even on this. Cool, 2 p.m. rolls around, I just cancel it. Go to the next day, 4 hour good. Here, I can actually delete everything. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. Once again, these candles love to run if you can get them right. In this case, not. Okay, getting a nice entry here. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. I love to see the strength come all the way from the bottom, especially like bottom MA interaction with the top. That just protrudes. Now, it is a little too close. Like if I'm just looking at away distance from MA, compare this candle to this candle, right? A lot more strength in this one than this one, even though this one came all the way from the bottom. So if anything, I'm gonna give it a little bit of chop room to mitigate whatever imbalance price action is within here. And then I'll let it build back up. And if it goes, right? Cool. And then there we go. That's our entry. Beautiful. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. And notice what it did. It mitigated that exact demand zone that's kind of hidden there, that candle side. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. And then take a long right over this high. ATR is 3.8. Geez, that's huge. Okay. Probably take a break even on this one. The moment we break this high, I'll move to break even. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Okay, probably take a loss here. Gonna wait till 2 o'clock. Oh, I mean, 2 o'clock was here. Yeah, so we'll just close it. And then, you know, just a break even there. 4 hour. Once again, nothing. 20 minute, nothing. So I'm gonna wait for the 20 minute to build something. There we go. Now we do have red news here in about an hour. So unfortunately I can't take it, but this is a clean entry here if there wasn't red news. And nothing happens. So after red news, maybe we get a new setup or something. Nope. Okay, go to next day. 4 hours, still nothing. Hourly, still nothing. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. Beautiful long right over this high. Yes, I like it. So that'd be a 2.6. Usually I'm a lot faster, but walking step by step with this is It's a lot to say. If it wants to load, dang it. Okay, let me just refresh. Oh, so 4 hour was good. Hourly was hourly's a little low. Yeah, this is one of those like risk entries. If you're a crackhead, yeah, go for it. I'm still gonna take it because I, intuitively thought about it. Beautiful.
What do you mean in terms of like the 1 hour being too low? Is it like too low with the
Here,
maze
I'll show
or?
you. On the hourly, oh, it was on the previous candle. This one right here. So if we go and look at the hourly, so 20 minute, I was taking buy stop over this high.
Yeah.
If we go and look at the hourly, look at the range condition we're in. So we're interacting with that MAs. We haven't moved far away from them. We're in this giant range right here. The only time we really should have been looking at buys were these two candles right here, which we were, I believe. And then it fell back down. And then we're still within like this giant range right here. And so if the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles have been in this range, what are the odds that the 7th candle is also going to be within that range, right? And so chances are it's going to flick up and then back down. So if anything, I want to see a candle close of the hourly for that extra validation somewhere around up here, right? So we can kind of do that. So this is where I took my loss. Wait for a new buildup. This was your only other entry right here. Oh, and it looks like it does red. I want to see what it looks like on the hourly. And you'll see what I mean. So now if I jump up to the hourly, look, we're not down here with the rest of these candles. We've had two crazy strength candles coming into the market that are kind of shifting the dynamic here. So 4 hour as well. 4 hour, we're not in this like weird chop. We're kind of coming out of it. 20 minute. I want to make sure this body is bigger than these wicks. 1.9. And it does look slightly bigger. 2.3, yeah. So that's like the only other entry I see. 2 losses a day and I'm done. So we'll see what happens. It looks like it did run. Should be this one. With a 2.6 stop. Okay, no, it was that one. So stop something like that. 0.8. Okay, we take another loss and then I'm done for the day. And it's that simple. 4 hour good. Hourly is a little low. Like once again, when I say hourly is low in the range, look at what's going on here. Yeah. Odds are the next candle is also going to be something like this. Okay, we're starting to come out of it. So now, 20 minute, we're going to look for an entry. There we go. Cool. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. If you're a crackhead, you can take entries like these. But if you took this entry, it also meant you took this entry. It also meant you took this entry. You see how that can like really, really quickly backfire. So that's why I'm very, very selective about my validation candles, of them being like super perfect. So we're looking at a 2.6 stop. Probably gonna take a loss here. Beautiful. Kind of just break even right now. That's cool. I wanna hit like a good patch, you know? Okay, 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. Lots of red news, so not touching any of this. Waiting for some sideways and then a nice buildup. That would be like not here, not here. This could be your only one, but you know, it's 12, so kind of hard to take. I don't trade past 12. 4 hour, just going sideways again. Falling off, giving this market time. Okay, 4 in the morning, now we're back in the market. And then we're gonna look for some sort of entry. This was like your only entry, but once again, I missed it because I played it a little too quick. Okay. 4 hour, coming back into strength. What time is it? 4 in the morning, cool. So now, on the 20 minute, we start to look for entries. We just had red news, so give this market a little bit of time. This is an okay entry buy stop. Given the size of this candle, we're probably gonna see a little more sideways, but You can take that. I'm gonna take it. 4.8 stop. Cool, something like that. Probably gonna be a loss here, nothing new. Congratulations. And then now, there we go. What time is it? Cool. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good, 5-minute long. So notice the difference between this validation candle that I also took and this validation candle. Huge difference here. It's like the difference between this candle and this candle. So, cool. 4.1. Cool. Another loss. This is going to be so good for the comeback. Okay, now I'm kind of just like in this range bound market condition, so I'm going to wait for 4 hour to start shaping back up. What time is this? Nope. Gotta wait till 4 in the morning. Cool. So let's go back up to the daily just to make sure I'm not losing my mind. Daily, we're probably gonna start undergoing this like giant fall off here. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So once again, another 20-minute entry I accidentally missed because I played it a little too quick. That would have been a break even regardless. Another entry, red news though. Yep, and market close. Yeah, this market is an absolute mess right now. Okay, money's starting to come back in. Gonna wait till 4 in the morning. Cool. Now we're gonna get another, hopefully, market trending condition where we target this high. Kind of like we did before. And notice, we haven't gotten one good trade, dude. It's been a miserable backtest. I hate these backtests.
It's been a while.
Okay, nothing. Nothing. Gonna wait for hourly money to come back in. Just kind of falls off. Dog shit. There we go. What time is it? 8 in the morning. Cool. And now we jump down to the 20-minute. Nothing. Yeah. Just awful. Like, yeah, it might deliver and your analysis is correct about it going to this high, but it's about getting a position, right? That's the hard part. Okay, now we're finally getting some sort of entry. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yep, so 5-minute long right over this high. ATR is going to be 1.9. Down here. Probably going to take another loss, and I'm okay with that. Cool. 20 and nothing. Bro, this is amazing.
Yeah, gold is really choppy.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets very clean. So 7 in the morning, good. And then 20-minute. After red news is hour and 20, so we're good. I'll take it. Why not? I'm okay with another loss, right? We're down to 62 grand. So let's see if we can make a recovery. And this is the same idea of when you start a challenge, you might have 50 losses back to back. And then the very next challenge you start in a very good streak, and it's like, whoa, I'm really good at trading.
Yeah.
And then it humbles you. You're back to break even. Cool. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Oh my God. Gold. Yeah. Nothing. Okay. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Okay. We're getting a little bit of strength there. Looking at the 4 hour good, hourly. I'm going to delete everything. Yeah. I'll take it. What's one more loss, right? 3.1. Goodness. Oh, no. It should have been 3.1 down here. Cool. Another loss.
You were doing the entry
yeah.
20.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what that would have been though. ATR is 2.2. Yeah, it would have been a loss anyway. So we'll just roll with it. Thanks for catching on to that. I've done that before. Geez, what is this candle, man? Oh, dude,
It's like
5%
some
candle?
crypto.
Yeah, no kidding. What's that look like on the 1 minute? Oh my goodness, dude. That is so insane. I remember this happened on UJ, where just a candle this size just wiped out everything. So nobody wanted to trade to UJ after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna kind of skip this. This is a horrible price action, by the way. Okay. Yeah, I'm skipping. This is dog water. I should have chosen a better one to backtest. Oh, okay. Well, I just probably skipped a couple of good entries. Nothing. No, I didn't skip anything bad. Still nothing. Still nothing. Okay, finally starting to set up nicely. Coming in on red news though. So wait for the red news to play out and still nothing. Okay, we got 10 minutes, so let's see what we can get here. Maybe we can flip it back around. Okay, 4 hour. There we go, getting some money in. Hourly as well. So 20 minute, gonna wait for some very good strength to come in. And nothing happens. Lovely. Okay, finally, money starts coming in. We're pushing back up higher. Wait for this to close. Okay. Was this red news? No. Yellow news. Once again, these love to run. So we probably took a loss in here. Probably tapped us in and then tapped us out. I'm willing to take a risk on this though. Like I know I get stopped out, but it's okay. Part of the data collection. So 2.5. There we go. Oh no, it actually went down first. This is genius. This is like actually kind of good. So 4 hour, hourly, 20. So notice how the established range I kind of look at here when canceling a trade, because you asked earlier, is kind of like this. If we fall down below this and kind of start to close, it's not something I really want to look at. Now, if it's wicks, if anything, it's that much more powerful because we're doing some sort of mitigation of price action, fractal mitigation of whatever this hidden demand was. So hidden S&D, tapping into it and then hopefully, propelling upwards. So
Yeah.
that is when we get tapped in. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to wait. We have moved far, but given the size of these candles, we can come back down and then push up higher like that. Break even on the break of this high. So cool. Finally, something. Still nothing managed. We're up and break even. You're kidding me. Okay, there we go. Starting to get something. I need to see one more up push above this high. There we go. So now I can start to look at my 1 to 3, 1 to 4. So I'd probably want to start managing position somewhere around here. Waiting until 2 p.m. Cool, 2 p.m. rolls around and I'm out for a full whatever that was. Okay, so 4 hour. Now we're starting to get some good price action. Coming back down, so hourly, yep. So now in the 20 minute, if you look at the hourly, we're still too low in the range again. Like we're still here. I want this to be somewhere like right around here for me to get involved. So if anything, I'll wait for this red news to play out. Okay. Nothing. And then a setup hopefully soon. 4 hour good, hourly good. So notice the difference. This hourly candle right here versus this one right here. We're way higher above than we were. And then 5 minute entry, ATR is 3.0. Probably take a loss here, nothing new. Waiting, yeah, till 2 p.m. There we go. So this is one of those situations where it's not very clear what happened, but to some extent we did break a low or absorbed a low and then pushed back up. And the fact that we're really far away and these are the size of the candles, it would take at least like 2, 3, 4 candles to reach our bottom down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So I'm okay moving to break even now. And waiting till 2 p.m. Cool, take a break even.
What do you do in the case if the trade, for example, just goes sideways and doesn't really want to move to either side? Just
So
wait for the market to close, or
say that again.
what do you do if you, for example, enter a trade and you see that the market just doesn't want to go and it just keeps chopping at the same range?
I used to
Do you
cancel,
break even?
but now I just leave it. Because sometimes they love to be
Okay.
very dormant and then wake up out of nowhere and just shoot off.
Yeah.
So, yep. 4 hour coming into a new day. Cool. So getting some nice sells here. No entry yet. Like these, dude, they love to run, but they're very sketchy. They're very, very sketchy candles. So wait for a new baseline here and nothing. Another day of just absolutely nothing. So if anything, I want to see this play out right now. Cool. Notice how there's no strength in this market right now. Tiny candle, tiny. I'm waiting for like some good man strength to come in. And nothing like that, but it's after market close. So yeah, I'm just going to give this market time to figure itself out. There we go. So 4 coming a new day. Just going to kind of try to follow this market now. And nothing. Gonna wait for this to happen to some extent. Nope, falls back down. So this is one of those moments where everything that I'm anticipating from the market is the complete opposite. So I'd rather just sit out, right? Look at this chop.
Yeah.
Okay, now if we're looking at like this shorter term trend, down, leg, up, leg, down. So we'll see if we can follow this again, but it's market close, so we gotta next day. Okay. So assuming, depending on where we open next candle, yep, this is your valid entry. And what I mean by that is I want to see some sort of interaction with the MAs, right? Some good strength. What the dude, what? Okay. I don't know what just happened. Okay, cool. So we take a sell here. ATR is 2.7. Okay. Finally, something worthwhile. So when I get a giant candle like this, we got 3 minutes left, but giant candle like this, I still don't manage anything. Unless we move to like a crazy 1 to 12 R, which I have gotten before. But unless we get to like up here, like another 2 or 3 of these, then I'd partial 70%. But until then, I'm waiting for it to break down and then build back up. Like that. Perfect. And then I managed to somewhere within this region. You can kind of pick your own rules. I don't really have rules behind it. I just pick somewhere that looks reasonable. And then I'm like, oh, I like that. Cool. Once again, lots of selling came in here to buy back up. So cool. So 70% is managed here, by the way. Let's see if we get tapped out, and we don't. Cool. Gonna manage to here because I like that place. Like there's no reason. I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive with management because I want to secure, you know, at least 7 RR out of this move.
Yeah.
Okay, almost getting tapped out there. Almost. Not quite. The market is playing a little too much. Okay, so now I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive and manage there. Gonna keep an eye out for 2 p.m. Okay, and the market's just going, dude. What in the world? Cool. So I'm gonna widen this up just a little bit so we can keep an eye on this. Okay, now I'm gonna manage it a little bit more aggressively, somewhere like that. Because of the size of the candles, they're getting a lot smaller, and it's gonna require a lot more candles to reach my, oh, there we go. So hopefully we climb back up so I can take profit there. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll just replay to this candle where we kind of got taken out. So 70% was managed to there. Bro, what? Which low is it? Was it right here? Yeah. Somewhere around here. So we'll just go ahead and take off our 70. And then the rest we'll manage with a higher time frame if we want. Because we are so far displaced, if anything, I'm going to manage to somewhere around here. Looks reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay, and we get taken out. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
this trade made all of the losses that you had
So
previously,
easy.
basically.
Yeah. It's just if you can stick it through mentally, because it's a mental game at the end of the day. If you can stick it through mentally and just say, look, I know that one winner is going to outdo all those losses I just had, then you're clean. Like, you're good. So we got less than a minute. Let's see if we can catch one more trade here. Hourly is okay. Yeah. No. Okay. So unfortunately it did get cut out. However, real quick, I'm gonna go look at this. Cool. Yeah, that was a rocky start right there, guys. But one trade made it all back up. Look at this. Two good trades made it all back up. Now imagine instead of having, many losses back and forth, because we can actually tie this back to the actual price action we were playing with. So if we go here and we look at the 4 hour, throughout this region, chop, back, up, down, like wick, giant wick, sideways, like kind of sideways wick, falls back down, start looking for sells here, builds back up. So it's a very back and forth market. And then if you look at, actually diving down into, the lower time frames, you can look at this and be like, whoa, like what's going on here? Wick. We had that giant wick, another giant wick here. And it's just not nice price action. Like, look at this. Side, chop. And then one runner. Chop, runs. And then chops while running at the same time. Like, no. I don't trade this kind of price action, but this is kind of like the edge cases where you have to put your system through it to just be like, okay, is this going to be good for me or not? Like, is my system going to be able to endure this? And if the answer is yes, cool, you know that it will. But very likely, when you're trading, for example, like me, and you have a list of markets that look like this, right? And you catch a couple good, nice runners, and then you jump into a market that looks like this, you're going to be like, why would I trade that? I got all these amazing markets up here. Like, same kind of situation. Wheat futures, like chop. And then rarely you get one runner, right? And if you do get a runner, you got to get lucky with that one entry, otherwise you're screwed. And then you try to replicate it. So you're like, okay, it worked here. Let me try it here. Oh, chop down. Let me try it here. Oh, chop down. Let me try it here. Oh, I got so lucky, man. I know how to trade. Let me try it here. Oh, chop down. Let me try it here. Oh, never mind. Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked. Dude, I got this. And then kadwink, and then you try to do it again. Oh, it worked again. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Right? Like, oh, never mind. Chop back down. Never mind. So like it becomes a stupid game of why would you even want to touch something like this when you got this right here, right? There's so many clean markets, like clean, beautiful. Or this, where I caught my trade today. Clean, like there's no chop. It's like, oh, I'm gonna give the same example. I got in, perfect. Got in, took a loss. Got in, perfect. Got in, perfect. Got in, ran. Okay, maybe you took a loss here. Took a break even or loss here. Oh, it ran. Oh, it ran. So you see the difference? No matter where I throw the dart, oh, it ran. Like there's no fake outs. There's no, like nothing here protrudes and tells you to go long. Instead, the moment it first does, oh, it goes, right? Like the moment it goes. So here, probably a loss of break even. Goes from all the way down here. I don't know how you'd get entered on that, but yeah, just kind of the basic example goes, goes, probably a couple losses or break evens in here. Personally, I wouldn't be trading this chop anyway, but goes to some extent. So, and keep in mind, this is the 4 hour, by the way. So, like if you jump down to a 5 minute, that 4 hour candle is going to be massive, right? So giant moves. But yeah, guys, I'm going to take a quick break and then I'll record the second half of this backtest. I don't know how far we've actually gotten. We've gotten to November. So actually I just have 1 month. So I think I'll actually just fit it into this recording. So I'll just pause here and then we'll I'll get back to you guys to finish it off. And so now the next day we're going to finish off this backtest. So I know this was a rocky one. I try to like choose a good market, but I ended up choosing like the worst one because we just didn't see any results. However, let's continue. We'll finish this one off. So coming in, it's 8:40 in the morning, so we're good for longs. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good. I think we said we were going to take a long over this last time, if I wasn't mistaken. The only thing I don't like, the example that I gave you last time, is this hourly candle is comprised of one 20-minute candle. Like this hourly just opened, and we look at the 20-minute from low to high, that hourly is comprised of this candle. And so if anything, this is going to go sideways and then build up again. So this is a valid entry, depending on how you want to take it. But there you go. Now you look at the hourly. Now we finished that candle off and we started this new one. So now I can look for my entry. 10 o'clock in the morning. Good. So notice the difference between the hourly, right? I wanted to see this one close and it just kind of range bound and closed here. And now this hourly is comprised from this move, which is showing the strength coming in. So we'll take a entry somewhere right around here. $2.7. And sorry if you hear people in the background. I'm working in a public coffee shop, so. 0.8. So at this point, it's still valid for me, right? That's another question you asked me. It's like, at what point do you invalidate the trade? Sometimes I'll see a giant candle like this form in the opposite direction. That'll be the reason I get tapped in. So kind of more subjective. Go to the next day, nothing there. Probably going to be nothing here as well. So I'll just kind of play it forward by the hourly. Hourly starting to show some money coming in, so I'll step back down. There is a valid entry here, an hour 40 after red news, so I'll take it. It's going to be a 4.3 ATR stop. Cool. Probably take a loss here. Yep. Okay, there's your other entry. I did play it a little quick, but that's your other entry. We're going to see if it's a break even before I even take it. Otherwise, it's a waste of my time. Okay. Yep. It ran. Okay. So once again, stepping it back up to the 4 hour. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Yes, I do like it. Okay. Cool, we got tapped in, moved to break even after it's moved that far. Still nothing to manage to. The only key level I'm looking at is somewhere right around here. So if anything, I'll manage 70% to here. Okay, now I'm going to trail up. I don't really have a objective model for doing this, so I kind of just do it where I think looks right, you know? And it's experience-based. So there we go, take off 70. And then,
because I thought you like do it with the fractal demand zones.
yeah, and that can be objective. Another person might look at this price action and be like, oh, I wouldn't have done it. I would have done it here and then here versus me. I did it here, which took off 70% here.
Yeah.
And then like this is some sort of fractal structure that built up. Some person would have managed to here, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. It's just experience based. Coming in at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. I'm going to close everything. Now I'm going to use the remaining 30% of the position that I have running to trail a little bit more aggressively. So I'm going to wait till 2 p.m. Okay, that's 2. Close all of it, and we're done. Go back up to the 4 hour, see where we're at, jump to the next day. Cool, hourly, 20. Now we're waiting for the 20 to kind of fall in line. We got red news, so nothing too interesting that's probably going to happen. Yeah, I'm not touching this market. I'm going to wait till 4 a.m. Still nothing, still nothing, still nothing. Notice I'm just skipping days worth of data. So now, at this point, is probably when I start to consider my counter trend to some extent. I would like to see a little bit more bearishness. This was a weak move down. However, let's see if we get anything. Some people might take this entry. I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably not a very good entry solely because of the size of this. Like it's, if you were to have taken this one, you probably would have taken this one and maybe, you know, one in there. So I'm going to wait for more bullishness to kick in. Like none of these. I used to take all these entries, man. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
So it's market close. Cool. Go to the next day. That counter trend I was talking about kind of started to kick into place. 20-minute, very nice entry here and very nice entry here. So this is 5:40 in the morning, kind of when I wake up. So I'll take a long ride over this high. And then we'll do something like 2.5. How's the audio sound, by the way? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, it's like perfect. I don't hear any surrounding sounds or anything like that.
Okay, perfect. Because this was a $500 mic, so I'd expect it to be
Oh, damn.
somewhat
Okay.
good. Yeah, I need a new mic. I was working with like some sketchy, you know, bad one.
I
So
mean, it still sounded good, and there wasn't like that. It wasn't
you
that
think
bad.
so? I thought it sounded
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, I think I need a new mic. My one is like literally from a laptop.
Yeah, no, mine was like some Chinese knockoff. Because I never made videos and I just had a mic for like calls and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm kind of just waiting here for sideways.
You
Market's
probably
just gonna
bought some
go.
like mic that YouTubers uses or
What was
something
that?
like that. Like you bought the one which like most of the YouTubers
Yeah.
uses.
It's the brand new one too.
Oh,
So every like all
really?
the YouTubers use the Shure. I forgot the name of it, but it's like the fancy Shure ones with the mic setup and everything, with the stand.
Mhm.
And then they just came out with a new one where you don't need an audio box for it, like an amplifier. It's
Okay.
directly like self-hosted, I guess you could call it. So that's
Yeah.
the reason why I went with this one. Okay, so this is a good entry I like. Looking at the 4 hour, very clean, 20, very clean, 5 minute. So I'll take a long over this high, see what happens. 2.3 stop. So I'll take something like this, right over the high. Given that we are so close to the entry, I'm actually going to move my entry just slightly higher. Okay. That's exactly why. You see that? Because if
Yeah.
my entry would have been here, that would have been an easy, you know, loss right there. So cool. It's still a valid entry, so I'm actually going to give it a little bit more, and we're done. Okay, so now we're going to wait for some sort of new reentry. It's getting a little choppy, so we're going to wait for some strong bullishness to come in. There we go. This would be my entry, looking at the 4 hour, good, hourly, good, 20-minute, good, 5-minute, good. So I'll take a long right over this high. Looking at a 2.0 ATR. Cool. And given that price right now is so far away, half an ATR away from my entry, I'm okay putting my entry very tight because the price has to travel a lot further to get to it. So this is still a valid entry. Still a valid entry. Get tapped in, probably take a loss. Okay. Gonna wait for a new re-entry here, and it's too late. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. So we got red news coming up, so probably just skip all this. Okay, now we can enter trades right about now. So go look at the 4 hour, good, 20, good, 5. Gonna take another long here. So finally starting to get a lot more trades. Okay. Get tapped in, probably take another loss, nothing new. One more strength and I'm moving to break even. Come on. Yeah, the moment we break all these highs is when I'd move to break even. There we go. Moving to break even. Notice what happened here. If you look at the fractal structure, we had some sort of price action right here, which some people call it perfectly. Well, I don't know the fancy names everyone uses, but it's perfect imperfection or perfect imbalance or something like that, where effectively price touches the exact demand zone, the very entry of it.
Mhm.
And that is so powerful for me because it tells me there was institutionalized buying that was so perfect or planned to the point where it would just barely touch the demand, buy it all up. And the amount of extreme buying pressure, like if this came all the way down here, I'd be like, yeah, there's no buying pressure. But the fact that it just barely tipped that key interest of area and then just kind of went tells me, okay, if price returns to the zone, it's going to take me out. So we'll see how it plays out. I might just take a break even. Yep, that's what it looks like. Gonna wait till 2. Cool, it's 2. Just close my position. Probably at a 1-to-1. Okay. Okay, 4 hours started failing a little bit. So this is that one area I tell you to be cautious of. This is like my no trade zone because of that. So now we're going to continue following this larger term trend. Falls perfectly in line. So jump down to 20. What time was this? Okay, this would have been an entry for me, but we're going to skip it just to be fair. Oh man, that would have been clean. Okay. Okay, so 4 hour. That is not the 4 hour. Okay, so 4 hours started kind of failing again. I want to see this right now, so we'll give it a little bit of time. Okay, now I'm actually going to skip to the next day open. There we go. So what's going on here is now we're kind of building we're building this inside of this. And like I said, we don't know where this low is going to end. So it could end down here. And so as of right now, I'm okay following the shorter term trend right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. But lots of red news, so let that just play through. I want to see this right now. And if we don't get it, that's okay. Cool. Next day. Yeah, I'm not touching this for a while. A little too choppy for me. Okay, 4 in the morning rolls around, still too choppy. I'm not touching. Oh, and we're done. That's simple. So we can go and take a look at analytics. This was definitely a choppy one. I'm not gonna lie. Not my best one, but there you go, man.
Yeah, I noticed that when you changed your break-even rules now, your win rate is like way bigger and you have like way less drawdown.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. So even with this one, you saw how like bad this backtest was. If I were even targeting
Yeah.
1 to 2, it'd still be a profitable system or break even in that case. Just barely
Yeah.
profitable, 2% edge in the market. Versus now on the like good performing markets, dude, it is so unbelievable unfair. Like I've gotten win rates as high as like 75%, and it's just been so good. I do factor in my break evens as part of wins.
Yeah.
So like if you were to adjust this to 0.5, for example, then yeah, it'd make a big difference. So like 42.
Yeah, still like 42. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, we did have a bad month here. I always like to go back and check it out. So 7% down on 1 month. And then December, we didn't even catch any trades. So yeah. And I love looking at this calendar. It's so powerful because it shows you what trading is actually like. This is an entire month, 4 weeks, man. And in those 4 weeks, the first week I got 1 trade. The second week, I didn't even get a trade. The third week, I got 1, 2, 3 losses out of all the days I traded. The fourth week, I got nothing. And then the last week, the last day of the month, last 2, this single trade made up for all these losses added up. Isn't that crazy to think
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, it is.
It's so insane. So, yeah, if you're having like a really bad week or a bad month, just realize that one single trade is going to reverse everything, right? Like even here, Oh, that's not that bad. Oh my goodness, this would have been a really bad month. Really bad month.
Yeah, it's August.
Every week you just got shit on. Bad, 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 bad. And then the next month you get one that makes up for all those, losses. And then
Yep.
another good, and then another good. Like, this is so powerful to look at because people don't consider this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, we'll get into trading, and then imagine a full month of just loss, 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 loss. Like, I want to do something real quick. If you're working with a 150K account and you have a max drawdown of, what does Top Step have? Like 3%? 3 or 5?
I think it's 6 if you do the 50K account, but the 150K, I think it's 4 or 5.
I think
Something
it's
like
like 4. So that would be 4%, right?
that. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. There
Yeah.
you go. That would
Yeah.
be 4%, I believe. Now, with 150K, oh, we were actually doing a 300K. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess up the numbers here. So, with a 300K at 0.4% loss, so 4% loss in that case, you could lose a total of 12,000. Here we lost 3, here we lost 6, and that would have been a blown account right here. And then you start again. That would be 4 right here, 6, and then one more, that'd be a blown account.
Yeah.
And then you start again, and it's like, oh, 1 trade, 2 trades, 1 trade, and you would have passed, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And then it's just crazy to think about. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, another blown account here. And then you take another one, and it's a win account. So it's about where you start on this equity curve, right? You kind of have to have luck on your side a little bit, because if you start a challenge here, phenomenal, you passed. Start a challenge here, phenomenal, you passed. Start a challenge here, you lost it. Start a challenge here, you lost it. Start here, you have like the best month ever. And then yeah, I just like to kind of talk about that stuff because I know a lot of mentors do not talk about probability, statistics, and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just kind of filling in time because I want to end this video and then start a new one where we begin a completely new backtest. So
You said that you can look at the area where you like to look at areas where the big drawdowns happen. So maybe we can do that.
oh yeah. I actually haven't done that
'Cause
in a while just because I just got used to knowing, like, I told you during the video, like, hey, this 4-hour chop I wouldn't be touching in live market at all. So what we'll do is open up a new FX replay, and then we can put them side by side. Or I could do
Because
trading.
that's what I thought. Like it's due to the chop that you probably lost that much money. It was the market was just really ugly at like that
Yeah,
small
yeah.
amount.
So we'll actually set these two side by side. Hang on, give me a second. Something like this. And then close this. And we're looking at gold. And the 4-hour I think would be reasonable. Delete all this. Okay. So let me hide this. And we'll just kind of mark out general areas real quick. So I'm going to turn off volume because that's annoying. So we'll start, I guess here is a more flat area. So from 2024, May 17th, should be over here. August, October. Where's May at? It's before August. So May 17th to this would be somewhere around here. Is that 6? So June. When was this? Like June 13th. Okay, so this was very not profitable. I mean, it's kind of hard though, because we're kind of like slowly increasing, but you can kind of just see it reflected in price. Like if I were to take a wild guess, I'd say from here to here we weren't profitable. From here to here we were. From here to here, yeah, like all this was a mess. Like from here to here, like this section right here, this section could have been semi-profitable, like probably a couple trades, and then just kind of chop everywhere. So profitable, not profitable, semi-profitable, not profitable at all. and then we can come and map it. And actually, one thing I'll do, I'll see if I can do this real quick. I'm gonna try to do something cool. See if I can drop this into here. It didn't let me. So I'm trying to think how I could do this because I want to do something cool. Can I do something like this? No, I can't. Hang on. Online whiteboard. Hang on, I wanna try something real quick. Because this could actually be kind of cool. It's not gonna let me. Oh, cool, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I come here. And we can scale them according to the timeline. Because we can overlay them. And then like change the transparency if that's possible. Okay, I guess not. Dang it. Okay, you kind of see what I'm trying to get at though. So this same timeline. From here to here, like this was the start, so I can probably scale this down a little bit. Here we got very good trade, went up. Absolutely nothing. You see this chop? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Somehow we managed to get one good trade in here, so maybe it was a small runner. And then flat. So chop, chop, chop. You can see it like here, exactly where I said. Here, let me get my pen. That little runner right there was probably constituted by this guy right here.
Yeah.
There we go. And then nothing, down, down. And then very nice runners, followed by very nice price action. If I move this down, and look at that. So like nice runners here, we got some runners here that reflected here, flat line, so like chop, and then like these were where the nice runners kind of came from right here. So it'd be cool to actually create some sort of equity curve that is laid over the chart itself on that scale, so you can see like very easily. Just looking at this, I know I wasn't profitable here. Very profitable here, here, and here, all the way up. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and close this. And so I think we'll wrap it up. Just looking at some basic statistics here. I always like to look at how my average trade duration. So 5 hours. And then average trade loss. So 18 minutes. Within the first 20 minutes, on average, you should know if your trade's going to win or not. And yeah, so... Cool, dude. We'll wrap this phone call up. I'll send you another link so we can hop on a call and start a new backtest so we can get these posted.
Okay.
Cool. All right, give me a second.